Hi everyone. Here is the diagram from the board today, and it'll be a refresher so you can see addresses and so forth. This one's a 21, 22, 146, 6. And not sure how you left the devices. Hopefully everything was left and still accessible. You should be able to log into the devices remotely, and I'll review that briefly. There's also a podcast under the podcast. If you go to michaeldirksen.com and then go to Dirksen Education podcast, there's a little podcast on putty too. You are to check, get the config, start working on documenting this. And so I'll move to the next page. Here's some information on the VLANs and trunks, so you can refer back to that if you need it. And here's documentation. You've already done this. You added some workstations. Of course, they won't be connected right now. You did the additional connections, which that actually should be okay. Configurations be complete. VTY, I believe you guys took care of all of this. And so you want to be able to take and create one document that contains everything. You could, I suppose in the future, if you wanted to, I could give you that first screenshot, but you could take a shot of the screen for these and save them in a PDF and do some editing with them if you had the device to do that. Make sure the document has, title, name, date, and so forth at the top. You give a little summary, executive summary, which summarizes the lab, plus and minuses, things that went well, things that you had to compensate for. This is a great lab to list the issues that came up and how you solved them. It's an excellent lab to do that. And then you can give the configs and testing. Now, some of this may not be complete. So you could start your documentation. We'll have each student document their own. And, if one student creates the diagram, or you get a picture of the diagram off the board, or I could maybe send you one, I don't mind if you share that. But everything, so each student, everything will be in one document. Okay, so you can start on that. And then also, spanning tree protocol, you need to be reading that curriculum so that we can take the pre-assessment on Tuesday. Here is a picture of the entire board if you want to see that all together. And that's all I have. If you have any questions or issues, make sure that you let me know. And we'll see you on Tuesday.